Live. Okay.
Can you go back for 1 second?
Sure.
Thanks.
That one?
Thank you.
Okay. You know it's live streamed, right? Like you can just go and pause
Yeah,
the
but that
video.
means I have to go like through the hour-long live stream to find the one thing that I'm
Search, but fair.
You know, it would be really helpful if you posted the notes.
You have the blank versions, I think.
Yeah, but the completed ones.
I can do that afterwards. Can you send me a reminder? I mean, I do that if it like before the first test. I do that.
Yeah, but
But if you need them, if you've been away, just post me a reminder. Because they change every day. Like I don't post them every day because I wait till we finish the session. And often people aren't even looking at them until the first day of the test. If you want them earlier,
I swear she always has that.
You're here. Okay, put away your phones. Get out your notes.
Less. Good job at assembly.
Apparently everything I did was trash, so talk to Lucas and was it yeah, delete all that and then new inspection. Art. Everything. The whole lab. My whole lab was fucked. Or everything. Because you're not supposed to make tables. But the data, you're supposed to make new tables. Yeah, new data.
we were all wondering who that was.
That was mine.
No, did you do the lab? Yeah, so
Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes it takes.
yeah, I thought we were supposed to make new
Thank you.
tables. And there was this like, yeah, no, you need to find the
Although I have to tell you, well, I don't have to. It turns out my barber I got a half-hour lunch. Conspiracy theories.
Was he wearing a tinfoil hat? Oversharing. Oh, what? Did you write down the...
Wait, no.
Because...
That's why that was a good
No, there's no business.
That's why that was a good example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something. The other one is like top over you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm thinking like two different things.
Oh dear. I need my plugins over here.
I'll come in. I'm gonna come straight from Rome.
Hey, Tim, what are you doing?
Yeah, but you're gonna
Okay.
Oh, put that away. Nope, because you're helping me set up. Plug that in.
I got peer pressure.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
He's scary.
So your phone today? Can help today?
I'll be in the house, yeah.
Okay.
It's usually from, I say 2 to 4 because at 4 sometimes I get involved in something, but it's usually 2 to 5.
Okay, well,
So,
hey,
and
can we
there's
have
lots of people
four?
who sports end at 4, so that's fine.
Can we come after?
At, after 5?
No, after 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come help. Do you want to do it?
Hold it. You just distracted me, stop that.
Wait, it's due tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, pre-color I go.
I'm literally going to bring my road down
He's
and
actually
my
good. Bro, Warner compared to school, that's because last year there's such a big difference. It's insane. Smith is the slowest teacher in the school. So Warner's the fastest.
Wait, is he like...
So I went to Mr. Smith's. Yeah, but I was in Warner's class. And when I joined first day, it was insane. We whole, almost like a whole section of a unit in one class, and I'm like, what just happened? And he's like, oh yeah, we have a test in that class. But he actually teaches well.
That's good.
Like, yeah.
I think the good thing is like every practice before the test is harder than the test. Like I just have my test today.
Yeah, that's fucking yes, man. Smith is a light one, but he.
Okay, I'll come. Okay.
The practice.
Wait, well, okay, I'll be there.
Like my test, I don't think I'm proficient because I fucked up dates.
Yeah, and you have number ones that
But
which I didn't know about. So.
it's not that hard. Making it.
No, Smith is like a good
My laundry is
marker. Like I also like Smith. A lot of people don't like how he teaches, but
today. I'll come to
like,
at 4.
I think it's a good thing.
Okay, wait, yeah. What?
he's super slow. So like now that I switched to Warner's class, it's
No, because I'm
gonna take me a while to
going
get
straight
used to
from
the
the
speed. He teaches pre-calc because he needs teaching
Yeah, I'm gonna go those two. They're
Calculus,
volleyball. I'll have to grab stuff.
He also does math.
That's okay, that's
Warner's
okay.
like Warner's a
Chemistry is not fun. What I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I have it. So I wanted to like actually try to understand.
I'm C.
Shower.
Okay, nice.
I don't know if I'm gonna get so No. No, but I'm coming to I don't know. My last one was iron.
No, like I'll do it.
Oh, hold it. Yeah, a little bit less.
Yeah, yours went straight in.
Okay, pause.
And now a little bit less. Perfecto.
Does this one explode?
This is something cool. Well, I think it's cool. I can't guarantee you'll think it's so. And a reminder, if you're in class tomorrow, you'll be doing a lab
What?
with your parents.
25
What if I don't have my parents?
Then you still be doing a lab. If you were in my class last year, grade 11, it's the same lab. It's baggy science, except your responsibility after you investigate the bits will be to make the reaction go faster or slower. So rates of reaction. Okay, you
I'm
know
leaving
that?
at like 12
Right.
You'll be my mom for.
So when that's clear, I'm good to go.
And if we're scared, we'll just.
I don't understand why they don't have those for kitchens yet. He manages like stirring soup with a giant fucking.
It's called a blender or food processor.
No, like on the stove while it's heating. No, that's just chopping. I want it on the stove. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's have
Yeah,
a
it was-
little business run.
Big ones
You would know, bro.
in the state of California. Yeah. Freaking perfect. Okay, we're gonna let that go.
What are you giving back? What are you getting back? What? He said he's giving us back stuff, but
I was.
No, they're combining Easter breakfast meals, so that's
Oh, here they are.
oh.
Excellent. But I'll do that when that's heating up, because we can get started with something now. Oh, hold it. No, it can make whole seconds longer. So, we were there last day. Notes are out. And then I think you had to leave with this done. Something like sketch. Oh, you had to sketch out the shape. And everybody, as far as I could tell, whether they got it or they were looking at their neighbors, got the right shape. So it was reaction, coordinate, and we have potential energy, and we want delta H at 100 kilojoules. So I'm going to make this really easy for myself and make this, let's start at 50, 100, 150. If I start here, where should I end up? If delta H is up, so I should go up 200, 250. Oh, I've made this really tiny. My apologies, because that's only going to go up to there. So that's plus 100. Now that's where we're going to end up. How high does this peak have to be?
300.
Up to 300. So I need to put in another one. Now, if you start at a different amount, you start at 100, all the answers should be proportional. Of course, in quote-unquote real life, they will have a definite answer. There's a certain amount of energy. We're just doing this as an illustration. So I need to go to there and come down to there. So that would be like, and then that. Oh, I should have been an artist. Go. Perfect. So yesterday, hopefully everybody showed me something like this. It's endothermic because it has a positive delta H. Delta H is always positive for endothermic reactions because it is increasing in energy. That means more energy is locked into those bonds. So I've heard people offer ATP before, those of you who are in biology. ATP is a high energy molecule with lots of energy locked in those bonds. It would be way up here. And then when it undergoes an activation area, it drops and it can give that energy away into a chemical reaction within your body. That's looking done. This is a review from last day, but I don't want to go on too quick. Is there anybody who's still getting this down? Okay. While you're getting it down, those of you who are done, I'm going to pop here and then pop back. I'm just going to tell you delta H is equal to plus 10. And the energy of activation for this one's going to be 60. So if you want to start drawing that, that doesn't look like 10. Plus 10. You can start doing that. On that, if you're finishing that up, then finish that up. I'm going to start up here. Plus 10, and the EA is 60. Let's stop this. Excellent. Now this has a particular energy requirement. This does have an energy of activation, so I need to heat this to about 50 degrees Celsius to make the reaction happen. So this is both a heater and a stirrer. As I was mentioning, when Ms. Stewart was in here, I don't understand why we don't have these for kitchens. You pop in a little magnetic stirrer, automatically stirs. So I'm adding the 200 mils of sodium potassium tartrate. What would go into your food?
If you use that for food, like
Yeah, you can have food safe ones.
I know, but the pill might just go to your food.
It's a giant bar magnet. For a kitchen, you'd want huge ones. You'd fish it out
So
afterwards.
you're making like a soup, and then like I don't know.
Yeah, it would just be stirring on the stove automatically. Yeah. I need to get it to about 50, so I'm going to churn it. 200 mils, 65 mils of hydrogen peroxide. So this is the weak hydrogen peroxide, the 6%, not 30% from before. There you go. And while I'm waiting for that to reach temperature, let's see where I am with this. Low, 2, 3, 4. take it to about 5, don't go too fast. I can hand out, is Sophia here today, or is she already gone home? Oh, other class. She didn't pick hers up. And that's other class. And Sonia moved to this class. Okay, I think I'm in the right class now. When I call your name, do this fast forward, please come up. Josh, Sonia, Andrew, Nathan. Nicholas, Johan, Tad, Gleb. Max, Ashley, Samuel.
What you get? Town. How did I get 20?
Etienne, Theo, Lavina,
How did I get a half, 2.5?
and that's it. I haven't marked those yet. You're like over a week late. I get at least a weekend to mark these.
The same bullshit.
You'll get it back
I
after
lost
this.
12% on the last test. The same bullshit for this one. I should brought you.
What's your new name?
Yep.
Let's say our most recent quiz that we've done.
No, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's next, so.
Better than this one?
Yeah, they both count until you write your first Chemistry 12 test.
Oh, it's
Test.
so then it's like a mix of both this and.
Yeah. But remember, if someone came to me right now and said, "What's your mark?" I'd say it'd be way too early to tell. If they held a gun to my head, then I would give them that mark. I might even lie.
Oh, you'd give them
85.
Yeah, like there's someone who has to have marks by October 11th or something for some school, and I'm like, okay, what's your Chem 11 mark? Because this is ridiculous, and then we'll just make something up. And then, yeah. Now, because we have to wait for this to heat up, if you want to come up and ask me, I have right now the time.
Did you get it? You ready?
Did you write it? Yes? Oh, okay, so
Things like die
that
off,
quiz,
and
not the,
I got 1.1
it's probably, then it didn't get handed out in the folder.
Apparently there was only one person.
No, who got 2B? 2B.
Yeah, who got 2B correct?
Also, hold it, did you get
What was it?
the piece of paper with your username and password? You didn't. So you can take a look at answers on
Isn't
there,
that
and it will show you the tags.
Oh, this is on that test.
So like, is the question A1
It's
or
only
is it
two,
thinking versus communication? It'll show all that online.
I was wondering if this is on.
Nah, bro.
Luke, is this
it's
on
right
the
because
thing, on the
for
online
addition, it's like
class?
this.
The Chem 11 one?
This test, yeah.
No, it's not on there at all. No.
Because he gave us like a sheet of folder.
Oh, there was.
But that's.
I don't know
No,
where
no,
the
no, no,
question
no, no.
is.
You don't understand.
Yeah, look.
It's just it doesn't make sense.
I lost
Bro, what's your
Because it's cocaine 3, 6,
Wait, what'd you get?
half a
or
mark.
21.
Half a mark.
And it was stupid.
And
This,
those
okay,
two.
6, this one,
For units.
Habibi.
Josh, what'd you get?
Oh, you know what? I was trying to get a 5. Five. Wait, no, it's a, no, it's
Bro, I'm just. I promise to look at my sheets on the bro. Like, bro, you're just
yeah,
calling
2 and 3.5.
Okay, I know, bro. I'm just missing time in the other class.
I lost the whole mark.
Are you serious right now? I didn't do my unit
So I
session.
got 87%.
1.5.
Okay, any questions about the Chem 11?
11, but when's the unit test for Chem 12?
So we've done A and we've almost done B. We're going to be finishing that up. And then we have C. C is gonna be on reaction mechanisms, so multi-step reactions within diagrams and everything else, and then you have an ABC test.
And that's like probably the week after we come back from break.
Yeah, but, yeah, depending on how, yeah, it'll be 4.
Wait, does that ABC test like remove all these other tests?
Can, yeah,
Like
it
and the
has
Chem
the
11?
possibility to.
And the Chem 11?
Yep.
I'm confused.
Can you show why 2B is?
Oh, so delta H,
That's a change.
yeah, should go up by 100. And you have it going up by, it should go to 250, so that's up by 100, right? So from here to there, it went up by 100.
That's what,
Does that make sense?
yeah, but then we
You really said.
The 300, you did. Can you go undo it a couple of times? Right, but the EA is 150, so it had to go up to 300 and then come down.
So that, the
Yeah,
150
bro.
is from
But you
here
stopped
to
to
here.
get
Yes, yes.
Okay, but how do you know where it like starts?
Oh, you were allowed to just pick one, but for a real reaction, it would start somewhere. You actually look up bond energies, and we don't do
So
that.
for this, we're just picking a
Yeah,
random.
so we just pick the number, but often we will tell you the number.
Okay, so I go.
Or you draw some
and then I
existing.
know that it's gonna go up 100, and then it's, when do I know when it goes down?
You know that it has to come down because the final has to be only 100 up,
Oh,
right?
okay, and then just as soon as it like hits
Yeah.
the top one, you start going.
Yeah, and then you just start going down. Yeah.
How do you find the rate of reaction?
Okay.
Oh, you put
I know, but no, the names are just crazy. Like you can just search them.
Or not this one, like
Everybody come, gather around. You need to be able to see this.
And it's only, you only do the tricontra.
Quick, 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 quick. Gather, gather, gather. Now this reaction has 2 pieces to it. One is that the cobalt acts only as a catalyst. It's actually not part of the reaction, so we should see it reappear. Put that on, and we'll shut the heat off. And so, catalyst. So it changed color because we've got a catalyst here. Do catalysts get used up in the reaction? No. Change the color a little bit. Everybody can see? What color is it now? It's like green. That green, that's the activated complex, the really unstable energy in the middle. It is bonded with the catalyst, which is presenting it with a new geometry. We can tell that it has done this because of the color change. Obviously, you can't see the molecule. You get it, the reaction is now really going. It's got that deep green. Now you'll know the reaction is done because the catalyst itself is not consumed. So it'll go back to pink. And so this is one of the few reactions I know of where, first of all, you can see a color change with the activated complex. It has a color. But you can see that it appears and then disappears again. Often it happens too quickly for that process to be observed. And now the reaction's done. Cobalt catalyst is back. It's back to be a clear collusion. Only the activated complex in the product and reactants has a color. So the cobalt is just a catalyst. It has a color. But the activated complex with all of those bonds is interacting with light in a different way, and it turns out to be green.
If it wasn't spinning like that, then would it not be making the same changes?
It would, no, the spinning is to ensure that everything's well mixed and you get a good color change. Don't do that, I was meant to shut it off. And we're getting near the boiling point, it looks like as well. But now the reaction's completely done.
Fascinating.
Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that amazing? You saw an activated complex.
And we have another explosion.
That was cooler than an explosion.
It was.
Okay, I don't think you had like, no, stop that. Stop that. Are you out of here? Okay.
So,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
And then it went down, and then it's flat.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact,
So
I just realized.
Is this, 'cause it's moles per liter. How much moles per liter does it change? Or let's just go ask Judge. 0.4917. Is that right?
What is the lab we're doing tomorrow?
Baggy science.
What?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Baggy science.
Wait, what?
You're the lab we're doing?
There'll be a baggy.
Maggie, what's Maggie?
Baggy. Like a baggy. Like a little bag.
A bag?
Yeah. And you're going to put chemicals in it.
Cool.
Yeah. And then you're going to have to figure out what causes the reaction of the many powders and stuff I give you. And oh, this is old. When someone was like, "Which is which part?" And I was like, "I haven't thought of this video in a while." But at one point, I made a music video for this exact demo.
Oh, please
Yeah.
share.
Yeah. It's not even on my current account.
Okay.
Except we can't hear any sound.
Why?
Oh, there we go. In fact, I think to do it justice, we need the lights on. So we've got A2 and B2.
Is this what class last?
I spent a lot of time with the music.
What is?
That's probably the same stir. It's a bit dirtier. So what am I drawing here in the corner? You gotta beat the lighting. So what's it gonna go to next? Not product. ABV, sure. A squared, B squared. And so what's this called?
Activated complex.
Activated complex. go back to reactants.
Products.
Products. And the catalyst comes back out again. Yeah, that was. It's very loud. Oh, we get a graph. I forgot about this. So, pay attention to the massive animation display before you, where you can see all the different things in different part of the energy diagram. What kind of reaction is this? Exothermic. I had to apply a lot of heat to get it started, but that was just for the activation energy.
Yeah, can you please post this on our Google Classroom?
Do you want it posted on your Google Classroom?
Because then we can watch it.
I will try and remember to do that.
Oh, Exito.
Yeah, I don't use that account anymore. That was before Brentwood gave us accounts. That's how old. When did I post it?
If I search this up, I'll find it.
No, you won't.
Private, actually.
It's privated. I posted this 14 years ago. So there. Okay, next one. Endothermic. And we will continue on. That concludes that particular demo. One of the very few that I found that can do that particular thing. Taz? Samuel? Samuel? Are you okay? Okay. What happens to the energy in an endothermic reaction?
Sorry?
It ends.
No,
It what?
It gets consumption.
It gets
Consumption.
gets
Energy consumption.
consumption. I like English because we could just say absorbed
Yeah, sure.
or consumed. Consumed would be a good one. If we were to draw this and I had 10, that's 0, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And I'm going to start here. What is my graph going to look like? What number do I have to go up to?
At least 70. 80. Or 80.
80. 20 plus 60 gives us 80, so I'm going to have to go up to
Does
there.
it matter where you start?
Wait, are you going to start at 20?
I started at 20.
No, it doesn't
Can
matter
we
where
start
you
at
start.
10? Like, if
Um,
we start at 10, is that bad?
Doesn't matter where you start. It does in the sense that if we were doing university chemistry, we would look up the bond energies of all of the molecules, add them up, and we'd have our starting point.
Yeah, but who's doing that?
We're not doing that in chemistry 12. Yeah. So you can just pick a starting point. I picked 20. And then where do we have to go back down to?
30.
Right. So we have to go all the way down to here. So we have our, if this is a quick reaction, A is going to B. We have our energy of activation there. And then we have our delta H. There, plus 10. Now, if we were to write the energy term, which side would we write it on? The reactant side or the product side?
The product side.
Is it coming out or going in?
Is it going, like, it's getting consumed, right?
It's getting consumed.
Yeah.
So things that get consumed go on the
Out. In.
in.
Yeah.
So if it's going in, which side? Reactant or product? Reactant. If we were to look at one with a product, so let's take this one. Let's not take that. Let's take this one. If I was to write this reaction out, this is now to go back. So you can flip back in your notes just to here. This is an exothermic reaction. We would say it's A2 plus B2 goes to 2AB. And we would say it has plus 20 kilojoules because that energy came out as light, vibrations, sound, kinetic energy. It is a product of the reaction. You get it out. Whereas for this one, I just have A and B. A consumes, so it's plus 10 kilojoules, goes to B. So the energy term is on the reactant side. Now, some students say, well, it went down. Can I go A goes to B minus 10 kilojoules? And yeah, mathematically you can. It's fine. It's considered proper, I guess, the best way to do in chemistry, to always write the energy term as a positive, because you can't have negative energy. So it's just weird. So we always write it as a positive term on the side that it goes in. So when delta H, it's always written as if it's a reactant, actually. So when it's positive, it's on the reactant side. When it's negative, you flip it over to the product side. Does anybody want me to stay on this page to add that notation?
What?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like to pop that in there? I can stay for a second. Anybody still getting that? No? Okay. No screams? Anybody still getting this?
Others have what?
What's
So-
the products have for what?
So our products compared to our reactants have what in terms of energy? More. They have more energy. And
Isn't that always a given if there's just a positive in front of the change in energy?
yes, so if it's positive, the products have that's so you can look at this for any reaction, not know anything about it, and you know the products have more energy. It'll end up higher.
That means the reactants have more.
Yep. Yep. And oh, I didn't label this property.
What's reaction coordinate?
That is what we use for all of our graphs. That means as the reaction occurs,
Wait, products have what kind? Oh,
more energy. Okay.
Oh, Sam didn't do it.
Sam,
what?
just focus. Is everybody else done? Okay. If you could, I'm going to draw a reaction. Sam and Ella, do you need a few moments? Gentleman at the back.
We're just talking about, he was just asking what I wrote.
I'm going to draw a reaction. I want you to give me the energy of the activation, energy of activation forward, that's what F stands for, and reverse. So reactions can go in two directions. So you can make the products the reactants and just reverse it. An exothermic reaction then becomes an endothermic reaction. So if I was to draw one, I'll give you some easy numbers. Let's go 0, 10, 20. We'll start here at 10, and I'm going to go up to, so I will make these lines so they're easy for you to follow. Let's make the color there. Let's go like this. dashed line. Good. Can you actually even see that? Does that show up on there?
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind of. Different color.
What are we supposed to do this without his help?
No, I've got to finish drawing it.
Oh, okay.
And just to give myself some reference points so that it's not difficult for you to understand. Then we'll go here, and I'll go A plus B, going to AB. So we now have the forward reaction and the reverse reaction. And I will quickly take attendance. Etienne, Lavina, Tio, Josh, Samuel, Druvi, Ella, Sonia, Andrew. Nathan, you're here, aren't you?
Yep.
Thank you for remaining in class. Sam, Katie.
Am I supposed to be somewhere else?
It says you have early leave, so if you had left, I never would have known. Well done.
Leave today.
Yeah. Apparently, someone thinks you should get out of here. Nicholas, Johan, Taz, Gleb, Max, and Ashley. Well, this is the weekend. This is basically the only weekend where it makes perfect sense. Because tomorrow's classes, although fun, they'll be
No,
allowed.
but say like we put on the travel plans like a day early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no real classes tomorrow.
We get
So,
marked up.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not here tomorrow, but I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, so they marked you off just way early. Okay, I'm going to ask people. I've got. So, ready to go? First up, Josh. Energy of activation forward. $30. I didn't put potential energy here, but it's in kilojoules. And so we can see it's 30. Energy of activation goes from there to there, 20 to 50. That's 30. I'll go in the forward direction. What is the delta H, Andrew?
Plus 10.
Andrew can throw his voice really well, and the way you did that whole thing.
Yeah. Plus 10.
1 second.
Alright.
I'm going to.
Say Andrew, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it is plus 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's our forward. So delta H forward, energy of activation forward. Now, what would the energy of activation be in reverse, completely randomly, Andrew?
Completely reversed.
Yeah.
Negative 10.
The energy of active. Don't yell at Andrew again. So what is it forward?
It's positive. It's going up.
No, what's the actual number forward? We've already answered that.
Oh, 30.
30. So what would it be in reverse? 20.
Negative 20.
Is it,
Oh, it's
are you going down?
No.
No, you can't have negative energy.
It's just
If you can figure out a way to make negative energy, there's actually theoretical applications for that. You can literally make a warp device. We've got a theoretical engine that would work, but it requires negative energy to make it work, and we haven't figured out how to make that. We actually don't think that's possible. It's only something that's like a theory, or not even theory, a wild guess in physics. There's nothing that outlaws it, but we haven't seen it. But if you ever discover it, it's going to be worth a huge amount of money. A lot of people are going to take advantage of you. So you should just come and see me,
so does the R stand
and I'll
for
take care of
reverse?
you. Pardon?
Yeah,
R stand
for
for
sure.
reverse?
Yeah, reverse. Oh no, Gleb, you got to come see me. Come on, you're old house parent. I'll make sure you get what you deserve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Was that 2 cents on the dollar bill? You made like 500.
You'll get everything you deserve. I have a lime pit. Max.
Yes.
Delta H in reverse.
Negative 10.
-10. Anybody notice any relationships about these? Relationships between these groups. What's the relationship between delta H forward and reverse? And is there a relationship between E of A forward and reverse?
Delta H is the same.
Delta H is the same
But negative.
but negative. So these just reverse the sign, which makes sense. If it's endothermic one way, it's going to be endothermic the other. Any relationship that you see between here? Yep.
The reverse energy plus the delta H forward is equal to the energy forward.
Plus delta H forward.
No, it's just minus.
Yeah, I think you can use that. Sure. Because this part, for both of the reactions, this part remains the same. That's a constant.
So EAF plus delta HF equals EAR.
Yeah. That was Tio's formula. Now I wouldn't memorize a formula. I'd draw the graph and do an estimate, probably a little faster, but for the next one, if we have a potential energy chart that looks like, so let's say, draw, that's a terrible, terrible slope. I think the top of that actually goes over the bottom. Draw what the kinetic energy chart would look like.
Just sometimes upside down.
Oh, nice. I heard you say it, and then it called your name. Gleb, what would it look like?
Same thing upside down.
Same thing like, so what you're saying is it would look like, I would said, draw the whole thing. Oops. So the kinetic energy, oop, we're missing that piece. Would just look like this?
Yes, dude. Just like that.
Fairly close, yeah. In fact, my cheat for it is to take that and just flip it. going. And so you should have something that looks like that. And it should be a mirror image of the other one. Look. Which makes sense. What type of reaction is this? Exo or endothermic? Exo. Here's our potential energy diagram. Comes down here. It's exothermic, which means the products have less what? What kind of energy? Who said that? Potential energy. And it's exothermic, so the products have more kinetic energy. We don't often ask you to draw a kinetic energy diagram, but you should be familiar with what they look like if you were asked, and be able to translate it into your head, because we will ask you with a potential energy diagram, what would the kinetic energy be doing? So we may never give you this. We may pull this away. And I will say, using the potential energy diagram, at this point,
So these are both for exothermic? Like
yeah, these are both exothermic.
Oh, so it's just a KE of the
Put it back.
It's just the same. It's just the kinetic energy goes.
Right? Taz? So one is there are other types of energy. So the blue one is the kinetic. The green one is the potential. But what I'm going to ask you, if we take that one away again, is I'll say, at this point of the reaction, what is happening to the kinetic and potential energy? What is happening to the potential right there? Increases. Because we always have this as reaction coordinate, so it only has one direction. And the potential energy is increasing and the kinetic energy is decreasing. What do we have the most of up here? Potential energy. What do we have the least of? Kinetic energy. So that type of ability, when you don't have the other graph, so being able to mentally see the other one in existence or draw it or just think about it, is what we're doing there. Because here we can see, as we're going this way on the potential, it has the highest potential, but it'll have the lowest kinetic. When it has the highest kinetic, it's going to have the lowest potential. For an exothermic, you will get slightly different results for an endothermic. Now at the end here, I'll leave it on there for a second. Anybody still writing that down? Okay. At the very, very beginning, I think I gave some page numbers. These ones here, this covers this entire 2 units, A and B. So we are now done both of those.
What about this last page?
Hmm? Those are, show me. Oh, that's just, you had that diagram earlier on? Yeah, it was in there? That's just a review diagram. I just threw in the end just so you have it. And I threw in the end just because my drawings aren't always the best drawings. So what a proper drawing would look like and how we would label it, I just threw in on the end so you have that as a reference.
What part of it is like actually complex here? So that's just activation.
So that's the activated complex. It would be where?
Like above that.
Above that. So if we have here, to make up some things, O2 plus H2, and here we have H2O, what would we have up here?
You have HO2.
This is a good question for everyone. If this is our reactants, and this is our products, what is our activated complex? I don't think I've heard from you. Yeah? O2H4 would work. Or if you gave me H4O2, if you said it's, you know, I don't know, H2O2, H2, and as long as you have all of them there, showing me that you understand it's been jammed together, all of that's good. And recognizing that it's just all of the reactants smushed together. For the next section,
Sorry, what's the thing on top?
what is that? Oh, okay.
When are we gonna have our quiz?
Your next quiz? Oh, no, that's that after you guys get back. Or I'll put it on the Google Classroom.
Wait,
The-
we're gonna have another quiz
It's not the
before
same week, or is it the, this is the
Yeah, we're gonna
week
have
of when we
quiz.
get back?
Oh, announce it when we get back.
No,
Yeah.
quiz B.
Or there's quiz B and then
Yeah.
there's quiz C.
Yeah. Oh, we might have a quiz BC. We'll see.
Can we just?
How about we just do like a little test on B and C and then call it a day?
The photocopier is still broken, so I didn't make this. So I came up with an activity. How many people we got in here right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Ooh. Excellent. That means we have just enough.
Can we have quick brain break? Yeah, can I have a brain break?
Oh, this is going to be your brain break. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm going to have you get into your groups. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it. There's an extra person in here that isn't here.
It's Tatum.
Right. So take the top one here. Josh, you're in group 2. Ella?
Yeah.
Well, actually, which one of you would be better as a referee?
A referee?
Yeah.
Like you're just watching?
You're going to be judging.
Sure. I'm not on there.
You're not on there?
Oh yeah, because you never updated.
Davis is going.
Oh, because that one's not updated.
Davis
So we
is
still have
also
2.
not in this class.
Okay. So actually, Sonia, you're now Tatum.
Yeah, but Davis is also not in this class. Yeah, Davis and Tatum.
You've been phone me.
Yeah. We'll just see where it goes. Can I get group 1 on that side and group 2 on this side?
What about group
So we're the judges.
And I will figure out this. Group 1 on that side, group 2 on this side, everybody else here in the middle. Group 1 there, group 2 here.
I am.
Group 1,
My name's here.
1, 2, 3, 4. Group 1. If you are not on either group, please come up here.
Andrew.
We're done.
Yes, sir.
If you're group 3, come up here.
Where's group 1 going? This way?
Group 1's over there. Group 2's over here.
What did you guys do?
No. I said come up here. Here. Up here. Come. Let's go. Josh, come.
I thought I'm group 2.
Nope, changed. Group 3. You missed that whole conversation. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This group is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can go back. You are now group 2, and
The judges.
yeah, too bad. We need we don't want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Ella, you're back in here.
I'll be a judge, don't worry.
No, you are the only judge.
Oh, goody.
I need.
It's just one.
Lucky you.
Please put it. Why is your laptop out? Put those away. They should never be out.
Come on, man.
Please clear everything off your desks. We need 2 rows of desks on either side in a straight line.
Bro.
Okay, so we need about 5 desks on both sides. Everything else clear to the side.
Okay, I'll add my 2 cents.
I need to do it later.
Wait, wait.
Yo, where'd you get on those?
Is it like,
Yeah, the other side was like clear all the stuff off them. We need all the stuff off.
clear this, oh.
Clear the
Don't
stuff.
look at me like that.
Hey, team, how about we like move some less?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I think you got it, Kat.
Okay, listen, Josh, no one needs you right now.
Oh, I think you should.
We don't need chairs.
Watch your mouth.
We're not gonna want chairs.
Oh. Wait, yeah, push this down.
Excellent. Let's move it away from the desk with the chemicals. Actually, while you're moving this around, why don't I take the desk with the chemicals, take the chemicals out of here. That should be cool enough, yep.
So now Sonia's on the 2. God damn it.
Make way, make way, make way.
Well, okay, I won't leave Jessica. You're not telling me. I'm gonna have to end.
I'm so big. I don't want to go to.
Let's think it's a date.
I go probably like 4 times a week.
Well, this year, I'm like,
Really? I probably got like 15 to 20 times.
that's crazy.
I know. I got 4. That's why I got $4. Okay. Have you bought my groceries? Yes, you bought me $2.
You got this.
$4.
It's not good.
$4.
I'd rather 10 more.
Okay, can I get each group lined up along the desks?
Yeah, I'm not.
Wait, what type of it's sport. Oh,
Excellent.
But it's not like the clubs.
So for this, let's get rid of that. We got 8. So let's change the number because today we have 8 people.
So what's the objective?
We're making methane.
I know, but I have to pee really bad.
Okay. There it is. On each side, this is going to be a race. We're going to determine which group can put together a molecule of methane.
they're like the molecule things, right?
Yep. So, first person, the only thing they're allowed to do is take not one of these, but a black carbon and pass it to the next person. The next person takes the gray bonds and puts on 2 of them. I've adjusted this so that we can fit 8 people. They pass it to the next person. The next person is only allowed to put on 2 gray bonds. They put on, give it down the line. We put 1, 1, one, you can see each person is adding one hydrogen, and then when you're done, you have your finished piece, and then you pass it to Sonia. Sonia's gonna keep track of how many, you only get it from the people at the end. The people in the middle can't chuck it to you or anything like that, okay? And then whoever makes the most does it. However, I just realized this is a little too easy. I'm gonna make it 3
Okay, you guys, just find out what person you are and then just follow the line.
and 1.
That's easy, don't worry.
So person 2 has to put in 3 bonds. Person 3, I'm gonna renumber that in just a second. Put yourself down and get ready. I'm gonna call go in about a minute. So organize your stuff. Pardon? Yeah, you're gonna receive the methane. You're the receiver, yeah.
Guys, make sure you guys can see the board like 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, you know, one's pretty big. Grab everything you need right now.
Yeah, fast. I had one
No, we have 8. Sam wants to go.
Okay, yeah, no, so you can't.
What are we going to give us? Oh.
Okay, everybody good? You got 8 on both sides?
Those things.
What's your job? Person 1.
Can you look at the people?
Where is Sam? You're the group leader. What time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You have one here. We don't need these. These are not needed. We don't need them. Well, I'm one.
All you need. Father, we're making a
Okay, what's your job?
So what's
You're allowed to have, what's your job? I know it, but he's gonna be handing the box. What's your job?
It's coming in. Don't worry.
What's your job?
We're like making shit. Like I'm actually like a company of like.
What's your job?
I put white stuff on.
What's your job?
I put white stuff on the
What's your job?
This is
Okay.
I feel lots of
stuff.
What's your job?
What's your job? I put white stuff on stuff.
No, how, what's your job?
I say
No,
one.
mine
I
has
said 2 personal shoes and myself. And I put 3 gray.
Okay. Your job?
No one's
What grade? What type of grade on?
Yo, pay attention.
Pay attention. What's your job?
Have to take a team photo.
Oh wait.
Yes, what's your
Point
job?
five.
All the
Point
big
five.
I just
Scubby, what's your job?
Yeah.
Your job?
I had a high.
And your job? Okay. Okay. Do you also watch for any cheating
Right.
and disqualifications? Number 1, Theo, you can't be on this side. You have to start at the end, you can go all the way down.
Yeah.
So you can both be on the end like that though, that'd be fine.
No long.
Get into it, Sonia.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take 0.5.
Okay,
Okay,
and
Glove.
Everyone's
Glove. Glove.
Right now.
Get up.
Glove.
why do you think you're cheating? You cannot make them.
It was pre-made in here.
Look at this lock.
Take them apart, take them apart,
I
take them
am
off.
judged.
Ruins the vibe.
Yeah, I'm judging.
Gleb, I can literally see them in your lap.
Okay, everyone smile. Disqualified. So good.
I don't think you even got it.
I did.
Did you get everyone?
Let's see it.
Glove. Stand up.
Stand up.
What?
Stand up.
Okay, are we ready? Okay, maybe, Jen, can you grab Sam, the door for Samuel? Maybe I should
Are you
switch
the
your
judge?
spot.
No. Exactly.
I'll just cheat.
Okay, Samuel, you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Get to your spot?
Okay, you just pass me.
Okay, good? not start until I say the word go.
I just said go.
Okay. 5, 4.
Go. What happens if we win?
You want to say it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll count down. You say
Yeah.
it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Sing it in. Yeah.
Stick it in.
Go!
Yes, he's recording.
Well, that ruins it.
That's fun. Seriously, dude.
You can't. You're supposed to put in 3.
Very.
No.
No. You have to put in 3, otherwise you're disqualified. Yeah, no, that one is disqualified. Because, yeah, they put in the wrong amount.
I'm stuck.
I
got
That's the instructions.
We got 3.
Yeah, we're just
better.
possible.
You're slowish.
Are you guys
Language.
dumb?
No, they're fine.
We've done super. Were they putting multiple? No,
we're doing one at a
Ref-
time.
Ref says good.
Hurry up. Good one, good one,
I look at some
Bro, we're gonna run the. Oh, wait, there's more.
5,
What's one of those birds?
4,
No!
3, 2, 1, 0. Down. You can't put both.
Guys!
Wait.
Minus one.
That's not we done.
They threw one.
Dude, that was pre
Don't shut your ass up.
Oh, they
Hey,
threw
that
one.
was pre
Yeah, they
Is
threw
this one of theirs?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's the one I mean.
No,
Okay, yeah,
they threw one.
disqualification.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got,
of here.
This is
on this side we got 5, and on that side we have.
No, you already.
We got 9. We got an extra right there.
They were cheats.
How
Eight.
much?
What do you mean?
How many we have this?
Okay,
Yeah.
now you got a round of applause on your back for such a good win.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to do it one more time? We know what we're doing?
Let's try it. I think we got it. We have a
Did-
video all meeting. Yeah, I have to
Let's,
go.
can we like,
No,
can
no.
we,
Yeah, you
One
have an
15.
appointment.
1:15. There's nothing on there that says.
Yo, who did this start?
I need the.
I have to go. I have to do first appointment at 1.
You're not allowed to miss class for you. There's more white appointments.
That's so dumb.
There's some more white stuff, right?
Yeah. Sorry. Walk right away. Okay, take them apart. Put them back in the thing, stack the things, put them on the desk. And then we'll put the desks back in order.
Whoa, that was a fun game.
Great way to end our chemistry club.
Oh, we're not done.
So what happens to the winner? What do we do?
Oh, we're done?
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're done. Put everything back in the box, put them on the side.
Yeah.
What do you want in the boxes?
I just put it on the back desk. Why would you schedule it
I
before
didn't.
class
I'm not
is
in
over?
charge of scheduling it. But
Uh,
yeah,
But this happened before. I don't want to do it every single time.
And I told them that, and I told them you were upset.
But you're the leader.
I know.
So they can't begin until you get there.
Well,
So
yeah,
technically it doesn't begin until
but it
you're there.
doesn't look good if I'm late.
Yeah, you just blame Mr. Newfeld.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
Okay,
Actually,
yeah. No points back out, please.
I have to.
I need to go.
Yeah.
You have capital?
No, I don't.
You don't know that? What do you want? I know from Mr. Rodriguez, you do not make university appointments during class. Yeah. Yeah, you may have made it then, but that's your fault.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll change shoes.
Just so you know, it's school will not be
Yeah.
well, so.
Okay, sitting down, notebooks out, paper out.
We don't have.
We don't have this.
We don't I know you don't have it. I said the photocopier's down. You actually have to write it.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, seriously.
Seriously?
So write it down.
So dumb.
Write it down.
Why don't we just like record it on your
Yeah,
YouTube?
it's being recorded. Sitting down, getting your stuff out.
I'm
What time do classes go to?
150.
Right.
One, just one.
Technically one.
Technically,
Technically.
No, no technically. Just
1:15. You are a senior chemistry class. In the sciences, you do not leave, you do not pack up before 1:15.
Wait, we're also
Ahem. If I say the class goes to 1:30, because we have more to do, it goes until 1:30. I am at the point now that I think we should be extending our classes. A lot of time is being wasted in this transition. I do not need to stop and talk about timeliness. You can put your hands down, get your lined paper out, and let's go.
Can you put it up?
Not right now. We don't have enough time. You can write down what you have, you'll get it later. Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna write it on my phone because I'm not on paper.
Borrow some paper.
Can I have some?
Can I do it on my phone?
So you can have some paper. 79 pages. Thank you. Can I have a pencil?
Josh, if you could undo your bag from your back, get your paper and pencil and pen out.
I don't have a pencil.
I already took a picture of this.
I'm not worried about whether or not you took a picture. Worried whether you're sitting down at attention, you're ready to learn the material. I am happy to wait until we're all ready, and then I will continue until we're done, regardless of time. PLOC. Reaction kinetics, reaction mechanisms, and catalysts. We're going to look at reactions that take more than one step. And this uses the collision theory that we used before to show that reactions are a result of molecules hitting each other. And so most reaction mechanisms that we see when we just observe a reaction is not in fact the actual reaction. The overall reaction is actually usually something quite a bit bigger. Anybody still writing that down? Now the reason I use the carbon example with methane, it takes multiple steps. It would be extremely unlikely for all of that to happen in one step, which is why you have to line up and sort of do it all. But I kind of make one person, the fall person. Of all of these steps, which was the slowest step? Person two. Who was person two in each group?
You go for group 2.
You got
Group 1.
Nick. And who was the...
Yeah.
We would call them the rate determining step. In any reaction, there's usually one reaction that's going to slow everything else down. You have a variety of reaction activation energies, but one of them, of course, is going to be slower than the other ones. Whoops, back up to here. So the collision theory that comes in from our last unit into here, reaction mechanisms involve simple steps. The overall equation does not show the mechanism. If you have a slow reaction, we have complicated or multiple steps. Fast reaction, simple, or few steps. Now, why does it take multiple steps? That's something I've mentioned before a couple of times. If you have a reaction, let's take the classic one. I know just by looking at that that won't happen in one step. How many molecules can collide at a time? Someone whispered it. 2. You'll never get 3 molecules happening at the same time. So a result of collision theory intermediate steps have only 2 particles at a time. Because in terms of probability theory, the amount of times that you get a 3-particle collision to make a reaction is so low that even if it does happen, it doesn't contribute appreciably to the rate. Those reactions just simply don't happen. Now, pause. Happy to have fun in class, happy to show demos, happy to answer questions. You have to be paying attention to the end of the class. Not in grade 11 or grade 10 anymore. You can back up and go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll leave that up. I am, all afternoon. Yeah. You need lab help?
Yeah.
When's your sport?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
From like 2 to 3.
2 to 3:50. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be there. I'm usually there until 5 at the desk, if you remember.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
If you don't go,
And then I go for dinner sometime at like 5:15.
Thank you.
But today, while signing at 5:15, the number 1s.
And number 1s.
oh yeah.
There's a dinner tonight.
I'm not here tomorrow, so here's.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dufault.
Thank you.
Great.